They're seeing a quarterback that looks like the worst quarterback in football in Dillon Gabriel. So they're jumping to the conclusion like, oh my God, this is catastrophic that Shedeur is not playing in front of him. And all I'm saying is, why isn't he playing in front of him? Why do they have him so far behind?
Well, this is
throughout this whole process.
This is where
It's not his arm talent. We both agreed he has more arm talent than Dillon Gabriel. Okay, do we not?
But this is where you and I part ways. You didn't answer my question. Why am I getting cussed out too?
Why would he fake it?
No. It's all the Browns are coming up with a back injury. I'm like, I don't know. That's not true at all.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, remember Nathan did have to go like, guys, we're getting he needed help like off the field. Like Nathan presented that when he went down on Friday.
Did he get hit?
I don't know.
How do we not know that?
Maybe it's a muscle. Well,
do you understand why
he had a back injury in Colorado as well.
Okay, but do you understand why I'm confused that one of the most popular dudes, certainly like in the NFL, look at the jersey sales and everything, and he's on Twitch every day. He's doing social media. He's got a team around him filming his every move.
Okay.
We don't know how he's...
What if I told you the NFL media just had a major wake-up call? Like someone finally flipped the lights on and they realized Dillon Gabriel might not be the superhero they bragged about ordering online. Suddenly, every sports desk is in panic mode, scrambling like interns on draft night. And guess who they're whispering about now? Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, the same guy they once doubted is now their emergency hotline for Cleveland. What a plot twist. Why would he even fake it when the receipts speak for themselves?
We're going to be able to do in the next 3 to 4 weeks that's going to make you go, wow. He's not growing, arm not getting stronger, he's not getting more athletic, and he sure as heck ain't getting younger. So what can Dillon Gabriel do in the next 3 to 4 weeks to make you go, wow? At least Shedeur is sitting there at 6'2", 215, 220. And more than anything, at least Shedeur showing you he has it. He has moxie. He has poise. He has charisma, he has swagger, all of those things that translate on the football field. At least Shedeur shown you the ability to turn programs around. Like, what are you going to see from Dillon Gabriel, T, in the next 3 to 4 weeks that's going to make you...
The NFL media just hit their "we messed up" era. You could practically hear the collective gasp echo through studios from New York to LA like someone just leaked the secret script to the season finale. Hosts froze, grabbed their cue cards, and said the one thing they swore they wouldn't. Maybe, just maybe, Dillon Gabriel isn't that guy. And the way they said it, you'd think they just discovered fire. For weeks, the loudest voices on TV were pounding desks, preaching the fairy tale that Gabriel was the next golden-armed savior. One clueless reporter kept reading stats like they were winning lotto numbers, while that dramatic insider dropped so-called exclusive updates that aged worse than week-old sushi. But now the smoke's cleared, and reality's hitting harder than a blitz on 3rd and long. They watched the film again, checked the scoreboard, and saw it plain as day. They've been hyping a quarterback who plays like he's allergic to progress. Gabriel drops back like a man trying to set up Wi-Fi without the password. Full effort, zero connection. You can see the confusion, feel the hesitation, and by the time the ball finally leaves his hand, you could have baked a cake in the pocket. Every drive feels like a bad rerun. First down, hesitation, panic, shuffle, short throw, punt, rinse and repeat. And yet, the media sold us on the idea he was the next franchise messiah. They hyped him like a Marvel hero whose only power was staying average. They said his leadership couldn't be measured.
Hard to give a full evaluation of him, but I'm going to say what I've said the last 2 weeks and what I've said all along. I don't see anything in this guy that makes me think he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. I'll admit, it's not fair because he hasn't played enough and he doesn't have good talent around him. But I just feel like if you had that quarterback, you'd see it a little, right? Wouldn't you?
You should see something.
There's nothing with this guy. Again, he's not terrible, but there's nothing I've seen with this guy in the preseason and training camp and in the season so far that makes me think he's a starting.
Turns out it can, and it's measured in 3 and outs. Now, after weeks of denial, the same media voices are moonwalking away from their own takes, like Gabriel escaping pressure in a collapsing pocket. They're pretending they always had doubts while replaying missed throws like it's breaking news. The same analysts who once called him the future now sit there deleting their confidence faster than a bad tweet going viral. Because deep down, everyone knows what's coming next. The whispers are turning into headlines, and the name on everyone's lips isn't Gabriel anymore. It's Shedeur Sanders, the guy they laughed off now. Looks like the one who's about to get the last laugh. And while the meltdown spreads across sports media like wildfire, the Cleveland Browns suddenly appear in the distance. Not as heroes, but as the unexpected soap opera subplot nobody saw coming. Their season's hanging by a single thread, their offense allergic to creativity, and fans have entered that familiar stage of football grief. The one where they start Googling quarterbacks who can actually throw. Then someone drops the name, not just any name, Shedeur Sanders, and suddenly the whole room freezes.
They drafted Shedeur Sanders. They are unwilling, clearly, to allow Shedeur Sanders to man the offense in a real NFL game. Kevin Stefanski was asked about it, and he said, I'm not concentrating on the current development of Shedeur Sanders. I'm worried about what we're worried about. I'm now convinced that we need to do a deeper dive investigation into why they are so reluctant to give the kid a shot.
Analysts stop mid-sentence. That one clueless reporter stares into space like she just cracked the Da Vinci Code, and the overdramatic insider gasps, already racing to tweet something cryptic like big moves brewing in Cleveland. Because deep down, everyone knows, if anyone's built for this kind of spotlight, it's Shedur. He's got the swagger, the precision, the calm under chaos. He plays football like a surgeon in designer shades, slicing up defenses while barely breaking a sweat.
Hey, the fans know damn well Dillon Gabriel got 4 games. You going to London, you facing a tough-ass defense. You got to go to Pittsburgh, they cracking right now. They done found themselves. You got to go to New England. That's a tough-ass defense.
They're playing good.
You know what I'm saying? They playing good, too. If Dillon Gabriel, the media know, if Dillon Gabriel go 0-4, hey, guess what we got, y'all? Shedur next. They never going back to Flacco. The media know damn well they not. It don't matter who the two. They're not going back to Flacco.
While Gabriel's out there overthrowing slants, Shedur's casually threading needles like he's playing catch with destiny. The Browns, of course, pretend they're evaluating all options, but you can smell the desperation through the screen. Their front office looks like a group of reality show producers trying to save a doomed season's ratings. They've seen enough of the Gabriel experiment. The short throws, the hesitations, the confusion, and the endless shrugging after another stalled drive. They don't need safe. They need spark. They need someone who can wake the franchise up, so they make the call quietly, carefully. And just like that, the rumor storm explodes. NFL insiders start whispering. Reporters begin tweeting half sentences. Some drop vague sources say lines, others post those famous eye emojis that say everything without saying a word. And suddenly the media remembers, Shedeur Sanders exists, and they treat it like breaking news that he's actually good at football. Here's where it gets hilarious. The same talking heads who once called Shedur too flashy, too confident, or not ready, are now describing him like a mix between Tom Brady and a life coach. They're tripping over themselves trying to rewrite history, pretending this was all part of their master plan. The loud analyst now says, I always said Shedur had that it factor. The clueless reporter nods like she didn't just spend 2 months calling Gabriel Cleveland's calm. And the overdramatic insider leans into the camera and declares, this changes everything. As if he didn't help fuel this circus in the first place.
I think there's as good a chance that he stinks as that he's decent. I don't know. I've never seen him play at the NFL level. I thought his college career was a little over-embellished, but to his credit, he played well in college. I just don't know how well, and I think a lot of the hype was because of his dad, who's regarded as one of the great athletes of all time. But it just doesn't make sense when you acknowledge the fact that NFL coaches and owners would literally trade their moms into sex slavery to win games. It is a win at all cost proposition in the NFL. They cannot win with Dillon Gabriel.
Meanwhile, back in Cleveland, the Browns' headquarters are buzzing like a conspiracy bunker. No one's confirming anything, but the energy is impossible to ignore. Coaches are whispering about potential transitions. Players sound way too cheerful in interviews, and even the janitor probably knows what's coming. And then, boom, the headline drops. Cleveland Browns evaluating options after concerns about Gabriel's consistency. Translation: they've seen enough misreads to last a lifetime.
I don't understand why we're not having this conversation. Why Kevin Stefanski's not giving us answers. Why not even considering looking Shedeur Sanders' way right now? Are you watching Dillon Gabriel's performances the past few weeks? Yikes! Here's some numbers for you. His passing grade, according to PFF, is 47.6. That's worst among all starting quarterbacks. His completion percentage, 59.9, fourth worst. All right, this is where it gets jaw-dropping, folks, because his yards per attempt are 4.9, also worst among starting quarterbacks. So how do you throw the shortest passes of any quarterback and have the fourth.
In football terms, Dillon Gabriel's performances have been like eating cereal without milk. Technically possible, but painfully disappointing. He plays like a system that's constantly buffering, frozen mid-throw as defenders close in on his pocket. The whole offense looks stuck in slow motion while the world waits for Cleveland to make the move everyone's been whispering about. Bringing in Shedeur Sanders, the one name that could flip this entire script overnight. Awareness with Dillon Gabriel can be timed in full seconds, plural, because that's how long it takes him to realize the chaos closing in around him. It's like watching someone trying to defuse a bomb with mittens on, so when whispers of Shedeur Sanders start spreading through the fan base, the reaction hits like someone just announced a superhero is suiting up for Cleveland. And honestly, can you blame them? Shedur is built for the spotlight. The man moves with precision, reads the field like it's sheet music, and throws with the kind of confidence that makes defenders rethink their life choices. His calm under pressure isn't just poise, it's pure cinema. He's got that movie star composure and game day killer instinct that makes fans believe something special is about to happen. Inside the Browns front office, you can almost see the fantasy unfolding. Jersey sales skyrocketing, primetime matchups, redemption arcs, and talk show buzz. Meanwhile, the NFL media can barely contain themselves, already polishing their cliches. Next-gen leadership, born winner, Deion's influence. You can practically hear them rehearsing those headlines before kickoff. And just when the hype hits fever pitch, boom, Cleveland drops a bombshell. They announce that Shedeur Sanders is dealing with a back injury.
Why wouldn't you, just to see if it does anything to the offense, give him an opportunity to go in there and play?
Yeah, obviously my focus is where we are right now, Mary Kay. That's not my focus.
If he had said to you guys, hey, I want to play, I can play, I mean, would that have factored into this at all? Or what was the thinking behind that and how'd that go?
Yeah, he obviously came in Saturday with his back injury. We were hopeful that he'd be able to move around well enough to suit up on Sunday, but put him through a pregame warm-up, and obviously it just didn't feel like he was.
Cue the confusion. A back injury? Out of nowhere? Half the league's thinking it's bad luck. The other half suspects it's strategy. Because if there's one thing the Browns have perfected, it's turning drama into game plan. That back injury announcement feels less like medical news and more like a magician's trick. It's a diversion, a little NFL sleight of hand to keep reporters busy while the coaching staff quietly rewrites the entire playbook around Shedur. This is classic Cleveland. Hide the real move behind a cloud of mystery and let the world chase shadows. It's the oldest play in football politics. Hide the plan in plain sight. Announce a minor injury. Let the media lose their minds, connecting dots that don't exist. Then drop the real surprise when the timing's right. And of course, the NFL media eats it up. The loud analyst is pretending to be worried, tossing around medical terms like lingering tightness as if he's got a stethoscope. The clueless reporter is scrolling frantically through social media, trying to build a timeline that never existed.
Here's how I see the Browns quarterback situation. You got 4 quarterbacks. Only one of them has the potential to be the future at the position for the Cleveland Browns. It ain't Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is 40 years old. He will not be on this team next season. It won't be Kenny Pickett. I mean, we've seen Kenny Pickett. It's not going to be Kenny Pickett. Dillon Gabriel is not ready for first team reps. And he's got just too many limiting factors to logically say this guy is going to be the long-term solution at quarterback. Now, is there a chance he could, and he could defy the odds and be that guy? Yes, but again, the odds aren't great. So really, it's only Shedeur Sanders, and that's where all the hype and all the excitement and all the online discourse.
The overdramatic insider, bless him, is already teasing that something big is brewing in Cleveland. Just a month ago, Dillon Gabriel was the safe pick, the steady hand. Now he's the living example of what not to do. His highlight reels have become blooper compilations. His name pops up in every What Went Wrong segment on sports shows across the country. The sad part? His downfall isn't even entertaining. No meltdowns, no drama, just plain, boring football wrapped in fake leadership. Gabriel plays like a motivational poster that forgot what it was supposed to motivate. Meanwhile, Shedur's legend keeps growing. Even while injured, every whisper about his recovery, every vague tweet, every grainy practice photo turns into headline gold. The Browns post a random picture of the field and fans are zooming in on shadows like detectives, convinced he's secretly out there throwing lasers again. That's when you know the hype is real. Shedur doesn't even have to step on the field to win the narrative. He's become the symbol of everything Cleveland's been missing: swagger, composure, and purpose. The city hasn't felt quarterback energy like this in forever, maybe ever. While Gabriel's tossing wobblers and mumbling excuses, Shedur's name alone is selling hope like it's game day merch.
It's always tough with the Browns. I think Shedur should be quarterback number one. I think he has what it takes, and the other quarterbacks haven't been working there, and just because someone's getting paid more doesn't mean that they should be starting. That's my position.
In the media, they're loving every second. The same swagger they once called too flashy is now being praised as command presence. The same confidence they mocked is suddenly authentic leadership. It's wild how fast the tone shifts when desperation hits. And make no mistake, Cleveland is desperate. This franchise has been chasing quarterbacks the way people chase Wi-Fi signals. One brief connection followed by endless disappointment. So when Shedur's name started echoing through the league, you could practically feel the collective sigh of relief shake every sports studio. Even with that so-called back injury, he's already outshining the starter. The locker room believes it, the fans believe it, and now even the analysts, the same ones who couldn't predict a coin flip last month, are starting to sound convinced. The loud analyst shouts, "This move could reshape the AFC." The clueless reporter nods so hard she nearly drops her notes. And the overdramatic insider leans in with that smirk, whispering, "Mark my words, something big's coming." And maybe he's right, because behind all the mystery, it's starting to feel like the Browns are actually building something.
Overall, I thought he did a good job of standing in there, taking those hits, and playing decent in this game. But now when you look at some of the negatives on film and the things that he needs to get corrected, he's making some throws that you can't make in these type of situations, especially on the road and especially as a rookie on an offense that's struggling to move the football. The Browns are way too predictable on offense right now when it comes to throwing the football. I don't know if he has a high enough ceiling right now to be a franchise starting quarterback in the NFL that you can build off.
I don't think he did enough.
There's this quiet electricity, a sense that maybe, just maybe, they've finally found the guy who can turn chaos into rhythm. That back injury might just be the smokescreen before the fireworks. Picture it, Shedur walking out in that Cleveland uniform, calm, healthy, laser-focused, ready to silence every doubter in the building. The NFL media will instantly flip the script. They'll start talking about his perseverance, his destiny, his Hollywood comeback, but we'll know the truth. They didn't discover Shedeur Sanders, they stumbled into him. They spent months hyping Gabriel's mediocrity until it backfired so hard they had to rewrite reality just to save face. It's poetic, really. The man they ignored becomes the savior, while the one they crown turns into the cautionary tale buried under roster adjustments. That's classic Cleveland chaos. Tragedy turned into transformation. And when the Browns finally make it official, when that injury miraculously heals right as Gabriel's confidence disappears, you can bet the headlines will be cinematic. Shedeur Sanders, the comeback Cleveland didn't deserve but definitely needed. By then, Gabriel will fade quietly into the background, the NFL's version of that guy we once thought could throw. The analysts will move on, the insiders will act like they called it months ago, and the Browns, finally, will have what they've been chasing for years: a quarterback who doesn't flinch, fumble, or fake composure. And if it ever comes out that the back injury story was just a cover-up, even better, because nothing builds a legend like a secret plan hidden behind a fake rehab schedule. That's not controversy. That's legacy in the making. So as the season rolls on and the media keeps pretending to analyze, remember this: Dillon Gabriel was the safe choice that never delivered. Shedeur Sanders is the wild card that might just rewrite Cleveland's entire playbook. And maybe, just maybe, the Browns finally learn what every great story in football teaches. Sometimes the truth hurts, especially when it's wearing a gold chain, walking into the huddle, and calling the plays himself. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, because this saga is just getting started.